If you have a late payment on your credit report right now, then you should know that one late payment can drop your credit score 70, no, over 100 points. And this can stay on your report for up to 7 to 10 years, or sometimes even more. But what if I told you there was actually a way to fix it and you don't have to wait the 7 years? Yes, yes, yes. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the exact step-by-step frame on how to remove those late payments from your credit report legally, ethically, and effectively. So what I want you to do is go grab your pen and paper, and without further ado, let's dive in. All right, ladies and gents, so this is gonna be the how to remove late payments step-by-step guide. So we're literally going to go from start to finish with everything on this list. I wanted to give you a masterclass on the different types of ways to improve and remove those annoying late payments from your credit report, step by step. So I'm gonna show you literally 2 different ways on how you can do it. So this is kind of gonna be, the updated version, I guess you could say. So with that being said, again, we're going to walk through the process of removing those late payments from your credit report. We're going to start by understanding your credit report, all right? I love giving you guys the education before I just give you the method, so at least you know what is actually going on. We're going to identify where the late payments are by checking for any inaccuracies, okay? And once we located those, you can move on to generating the dispute letters, and I'm definitely going to show you how to do that as well. And then after that, it's crucial that you know how to optimize and customize the letter. What details actually include, and ensure you have all the necessary information to make your case strong, okay? And after sending out the dispute letters, we'll be proactive by monitoring your credit report for updates, basically taking the right actions while, again, waiting for the responses. And the time frame for that is, of course, the 30 days. And that's just for round 1, okay? This is the round 1 review. And then we'll, once we get everything back, we'll assess, the late payments, things of that nature, from actually what was removed. Even if it was just removed from 1 bureau out of the 3, it does not matter. Next, we're going to explore, the 2 options after that, which is pretty much a fast removal, which can offer quicker processes, and it's an alternative removal strategy, okay? So just want to give you that. Now, the key takeaway for this is everything I'm about to give you, all methods are effective, all right? It's proven, I'm telling you, it's proven results from removing late payments and improving your credit score, okay? Just want to give you all that information right here. So this is what we're going to go over. So let's go ahead and get into the first part, which is understanding how to find those late payments. Now, these are just some examples of how your late payments are going to look like. So if you want everything to look just like this, then you want to get your accurate credit scores from either Identity IQ or My Free Score Now, all right? Both links will be in the description. The reason why I advocate for those is because they show you all 3 bureaus side by side, all right? So I know annual credit report gives you it for free, but sometimes you have to flip through, certain ones to see what's going on. You have like 2 pages right here. You don't have to do all that, all right? Even though it's free, sometimes free isn't always better. My Free Score Now, Identity IQ literally looks just like this. So if you get it, you can literally, go along with me. And it's relatively, simple and way easier to understand, all right? So with that being said, these are just the different types of late payments that you're going to see on your credit report. Starting with the first one, these are all just examples. So let's say you have CAF as an account, or whatever it is. It could be Capital One, Wells Fargo, does not matter. The first thing that you want to look for are the inaccuracies on your credit report, all right? Does not matter what it is. So, of course, you want to go and ramshack and you want to run through everything, because this is what I do in my credit repair company, all right? First thing I'm going to do, look for all inaccuracies. So we see everything is pretty much standard right here. Now we see the date open is different. Right here, Experian and Equifax has it as the 1st, but TransUnion has it as the 5th. That's an inaccuracy right there. Monthly terms, they're not all uniform. Everything is current. Date last reported is not current. The comments really doesn't matter because, of course, it's the comments for the actual bureau itself. But if you want to try to utilize that, you can. Date last active is not all accurate, and date of last payment is not active. And I know a lot of you are thinking, yo, that's not enough. You're really just pulling for straws and things of that nature. But you have to understand this, ladies and gents. When it comes to the consumer law that literally protects you that's watching this video, It literally states in 15 USC 1681I that everything has to be 100% accurate across the board. Not 97, not 85, not 46, 100%. All right. So this right here is showing inaccuracy, showing that there is a discrepancy and this needs to be updated to positive and or removed depending on what you actually want. All right. But let's actually get into the meat and potatoes of how to really find the inaccuracies. You're going to go to the month and the years because they're never on the same page when it comes to the credit bureau. So look at this. TransUnion is showing blank. Experian is showing paid on time, which is okay. And then Equifax is showing blank. So I don't understand how Experian got it, but TransUnion and Equifax did not want to report it. That's an inaccuracy in itself. So you can definitely dispute that just right there. And then on top of that, everything is on time. Everything is on time. But then in March, it's paid on time. It's paid on time. But then Equifax, it didn't report anything. Again, not 100% accurate. So you can definitely dispute this right here. If your stuff looks like this, where it's 30 days late, but something is saying that you're paying on time, I'm pretty sure you just didn't pay Equifax. And TransUnion and Experian didn't get it because you don't owe Equifax anything. So why didn't they actually report that on time? So that goes to show you that everything as far as your credit report is not all the way active and accurate, okay? And let's go on to the next one. Let's say it's 60 days late, 60 days late, 60 days late, and then it's 30 days late. That's an inaccuracy in itself. And then it's paid on time. That's an inaccuracy in itself. Then it's not, you see where I'm going with this? These are the things that you can look at to show if something is not accurately reporting correctly on your credit report. So if it's looking like this is the stuff that you need to circle to show that this is not accurate on your credit report. And I just want to let you guys know also, some of you come into the comment section, and it's okay. Some of you come into the comment section, you're like, well, what if it's all accurate? What if I didn't pay and things, but I really want it off my credit report? Do I have to wait? Guys, understand this if you don't understand anything about this video. It's not on you to prove if you paid it or not. It's on them to prove it, which they cannot 90% of the time, all right? The reason why is because you're going to hit them with this saying, hey, you're saying that I wasn't on time. I kind of remember that I possibly was on time, or you don't even have to say that. You can say, please show me documentation that I didn't make this payment on time. And then on top of that, you don't have these dates all the way accurate as well. So all this is inaccurate due to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So I demand you to remove this from my credit report. All right. These are the things that you can utilize. They cannot prove majority of the time that you were actually late. They'll just verify it. But then that's when you ask, well, how did you verify it? Show me documentation. Show me the original doc. Don't show me no copy. Show me the original documentation. So you have to understand that. If your stuff looks like this, 120 days late, but then Experian is not showing nothing, 90 days late. You see how Experian is just literally just blanked out because it's being transferred or sold to collections. If your stuff is looking like this, you still have time to report it and to, dispute it as a late payment because it's on its back legs about to actually be sold off. And that's even easier because it's being sold off to another company. See what I'm saying? Even right here, this is about to be sold off, if not already. So then you can still dispute this and say, I remember paying these days. It didn't report. Please show why. Please show a documentation, et cetera, right? So these are just some ways on how you can actively, try to attack everything. Because this is what I do in my credit repair company. When you come to me, I'm looking for all of the inaccuracies on your credit report. Okay, what's going on? This is inaccurate, so I can attack this right here, 2022, 2023. They have to provide it, et cetera. You see where I'm going with this? So you kind of have to act as a credit repair company just in this instance so you can get things removed. You can't just always just get the method and then just go attack it. And then when they come back with something and you don't know what's going on, you're like, this credit repair stuff is a scam. It don't work and stuff. No, you're just missing the information. You're just missing the education. So please understand this. Find the late payments on your credit report. Stop complaining. Take 10 minutes out. Figure it out if you want your credit report clean. All right. If you don't, click off the video. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help the people that actually want to be helped. So with that being said, let's keep going after you find all that stuff. Now, this is going to be a dispute letter right here. All right. This is how you need to cook up your dispute letter. Now, number one thing, you need to always put, of course, your name, first and last name, your address, city, state, and zip code. All right. Then you're going to put your phone number. Phone number you don't have to if you don't want to, but I did put that there. Your email address. that is important. Date, that is important. Credit bureau's name. The reason why I didn't put the credit bureau's name is because sometimes the credit bureaus like to change certain things up. They haven't changed their P.O. box numbers in years. I don't think they ever have since I've been in credit repair. But as in the making of this video, you never know what they're going to try to do, all right? So with that being said, you just want to make sure that you are being proactive when it comes to this. And then on top of that, you want to make sure that you put in your disputes just like this, all right? I'm not going to read all of this, but it says dispute of late payment inaccuracy request for investigation. Remember I said 15 USC 1681I? Same deal, 100% accuracy. So dear sir or madam, I'm writing to formally dispute certain information in my credit report, which I believe is inaccurate under 15 USC 1681I of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Specifically, I am disputing the reported late payments on my credit report listed below. These late payments are inaccurate, incomplete, and require further investigation, all right? Below are the details of the accounts in question. Then you're gonna put, of course, the creditor's name. Sorry about that, creditor's name, boom. Account number right here. Then you're gonna put date of last. So you can put it right here. You can put, always try to put the oldest one. I mean, that's what I do. But you know, you could put the recent one, it doesn't matter. And then you request the investigation of this matter required under, you know, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and I provide me with the results of the investigation within 30 days as stipulated by law. Now, you can take all of this and you can put it in ChatGPT and make it, you know, polish everything up and then put your own late payments on there. It's up to you how you actively want to do it, all right? You can definitely do it that way so you don't have to type everything. Again, take a screenshot of this right here, copy it, put it in Word document, and you can blow it up. Again, do not send this out. This is a template. You have to tailor it to your name. The reason why is because I don't want you to send this out because the other few hundred people that's going to watch this, whenever they do, or whoever watches this, is going to try to do the same exact thing. They're going to ignore me. They're going to send this off. And then I don't want you to send this off. And then the e-Oscar system that the credit bureaus have to read all letters that come in, mark your letter as frivolous because it's a template letter because it's seen it before a few hundred times. So I don't want you to go through that, all right? So please tailor this to whatever's going on in your credit report so it looks different. This is just a guide. That is literally it, all right? Please understand that moving forward. Now, once you finish all of that, I don't believe that if you have like 20 late payments on your credit report, I do not think that you need to put all 20 on one letter. I think you need to, you know, kind of put it up, separate it. I would say maybe 5 late payments per letter. So that means if you have 20, so 5, 10, 15, 20, so that's 4 letters, all right? That's 4 letters per bureau, not 4 letters in total, 4 per bureau. So 4 for Experian, 4 for TransUnion, 4 for Equifax, all right, for all of your late payments. That's what I need you to do. Now, once you print everything out, you're good to go. This is what you're gonna do. When you send everything off, you're gonna do your ID, proof of address, copy of your social security card, all right? Picture of all these, make sure it's clear. And you're gonna send these certified mail with the post office, all right? Understand this, post office. So when you go down there to the post office and you go to the front and you talk to the angry lady that always has an attitude or whatever, ask her, can you send these certified mail? She'll give you that little green slip, she'll put everything on, and then you'll send everything out. She's going to give you a receipt. Do not throw out that receipt, please. The reason why is because it's going to have your tracking numbers on there. When it has your tracking numbers on there, this is what you're going to utilize just in case if you ever get a stall letter or anything like that from the credit bureaus and you have to call them. You can give them that tracking number to show, hey, they said it was going to be there on whatever date, the first, whatever it is, and I have the tracking numbers. Please process this. That's what I need you to understand, all right? So please do this. Don't be this guy right here. Understand all of that. Please don't forget. Now, when you send everything off, wait 30 days. Monitor your credit report, all right? I want you to monitor it. When it comes back, if all your late payments came off, you can stop right here. You don't have to watch anything else, all right? I'm glad that you got it off. But if you did not, we can go with the first method, which is we're going to use all the information that we just did as far as sending out that letter, and we're going to explain everything to the BBB, aka the Better Business Bureau. All right, ladies and gents, so this is where we're going to use the BBB, all right? And if you ever try to dispute or anything like that, this is going to be similar to the CFPB. If you ever use the CFPB, this is kind of a similar method. They both do complaints on your behalf to go after businesses for you. So when they feel the little person can't do it, they'll do it on your behalf. So this is where I want you to utilize this to kind of use this as either the second round or the third round upon the disputes when you've been using the letters. Now, there's different ways on how you can utilize the BBB. Sometimes it can be a little easier depending on how you want to do things, or you can still use the CFPB because the CFPB is still open. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not, that haven't even tried to go on the website themselves. But again, I'm gonna show you both ways. But this is just using it with the BBB. So let's go ahead and get started. Number one, you do not need an account, so that's a good thing in itself. CFPB you do, even though it's free, but it doesn't matter. I'm just telling you, you can just go straight to the complaints. All right, so let's go ahead and go to it. So now you're going to scroll down and you're going to go right here to file a complaint right here. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is you are going to ask, how can we help? You always want to look for the one that says, I'd like to file a complaint against a business and have the BBB help me get a resolution to my problem. All right, so that is the thing that you want to actually click on in itself. Please make sure that you're clicking the right one. Sometimes, as in the making of this video, it's right here on the first one, but just, double check. And then you want to click file a complaint. All right, now, so this is where you're going to search for the credit bureau. Again, remember, when you come to this, you're going to make 3 separate complaints, all right? You're not going to just do all in one. So you're going to do one for TransUnion, you're going to do one for Experian, you're also going to do one for Equifax, okay? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get right here. So let's go ahead and use TransUnion. Let's see. And you want to look for the accurate P.O. Box numbers. That P.O. Box, I think 2000, if I'm not mistaken, Chester, PA. So sometimes this will actually happen where you get it and you might not actually see it pop up. But don't fret. That doesn't mean you don't need to do anything or you're going to quit or anything like that. Again, you're going to just double check to make sure all your stuff is right. So, of course, try to write it down somewhere. So I have Chester right here. Make sure all that is correct. Chester, PA, everything is accurate, but it's not popping up. But this is what I want you to do right here. If this ever happens, you're going to create a form, all right? And you're just going to put all the information right here. Just fill it out, put the actual person's or the business's information, and you're just going to go from there, all right? So then once you have everything set up just like this, then you can go ahead and click on file a complaint. See how this pops up right here? See, there's always different ways on how to get everything situated. So you're going to go right here, Chester, PA, use this address, all right? I don't know, maybe I clicked something wrong or I was maybe pressing too fast, but I'm just showing you right here if this is the alternative if you don't see a pop-up, all right? You want to make sure that you see this P.O. Box number for whatever bureau that you're going for. Please triple check, okay? Now, when you get right here, this is the information where they're just asking, just standard information. Is this complaint solely about buyer's remorse and regret spending the money on the product and or service? A lot of times, all these are going to be pretty much no for you, but we can just go through it real quick. Are you solely seeking an apology for the business? Are you filing against the BBB? Information only? You can say no to all these. Is this an employee-employer complaint? No. Does your complaint seek a criminal penalty? No. Has a complaint been filed in court? No. Are you a business collecting money from another business? No. All right, and then you're gonna click continue. Now, this is the meat and potatoes of everything, all right? And what I mean by that is this is where you're gonna fill all your information out, and then after that, I'll show you what to do next. Now, once you fill all that information out, you're good to go. And then you're going to go from there. But I want to tell you one thing, all right? Please make sure you have an accurate email that you give the BBB. The difference between the BBB and the CFPB, the BBB is going to reach out to you via email, okay? And once they do that, you have to respond, all right? a lot of 10 times out of 10, it's going to be an authentication or authorization email. And you have to prove that, yes, I did send this out. If you don't, they will throw out your dispute and it won't go anywhere. It won't even get to the credit bureaus, all right? So you have to make sure, and they're going to probably send one within like a few hours or to the latest 24 hours, okay? So please make sure you have one connected to your phone or something like that, give you updates when people email you, things of that nature. So please understand that, okay? But let's continue. Use this one. All right. And now, second part. Now, this is just all about the complaint. Of course, it says, please do not include any personal identifiable information, including credit card numbers or social security numbers. When you tell us about your problem, the BBB may edit your complaint to protect your privacy rights of yourself and others. All right. So let's just keep going. So did this occur in the past 12 months? You can say yes or no. Pretty sure you could just leave that as that. And then you can say, does this complaint involve a health issue or a healthcare provider? You can say no, of course. Now, right here is kind of similar to the CFPB. If you use CFPB, this is the same thing right here, where you're going to in detail write all the information stating about every single late payment. I know in the letters I told you only do 5 per, but here you can put all of them. You can put literally all of them right here. You don't have to put the account numbers because you could put the account numbers literally right here, so you don't have to worry about that. And try not to put your personal information, you know, like your social security card numbers and stuff like that, because you don't necessarily have to do that, because I'm gonna show you where you're gonna put all that information right there. But I have like a little detailed prompt that you can use that I just created. And you can just put this right here. Upon reviewing my recent copy of my credit report, I identify several inaccuracies associated with my account. These errors are negatively impacting my ability to obtain credit. I'm requesting that TransUnion conducts a thorough investigation to verify the accuracy of the information and make any necessary corrections in accordance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And then after that, you can start listing all of the accounts that you have. All right. So with that being said, you do all of that. Then the next thing you do, you can put in the account number or numbers. If there's more than one, then you can start putting the account number. So if you got 40 late payments, then you can put the account numbers right there if you want, because I know you can't flip all of them right there. So you can do it that way, depending on how many you have, okay? You can put the amount if you want to. You really don't have to. That's not a big thing. And then the next thing right here, when it asks for the desired resolution, you're going to say correction to a credit report. All right. Now, this is super important. In here, all right, for the late payments, this is what you're going to put. You're going to put your proof of address, a picture of your ID, and a picture of your social security card. But I'm not done. Okay. You're going to put round one's letter. You're going to put any responses that you got from the credit bureaus, stall letters, or anything of that nature. Any stall letter saying, hey, we couldn't prove you are, you say anything. You're going to upload that, and then you're going to upload a picture of the credit report showing the inaccuracies and stating that you tried to get the credit bureaus to comply and they did not comply, and that's why you're going here to complain. So again, all 3 documents, you're going to show the letter, you're going to show a picture of your credit report, and any actual responses from the credit bureau. So it could be like 6 or 7 things you're going to upload to that portal, all right, to show them that you were being proactive more than anything. So all that information that you put right here, the tracking numbers, and then also all the uploaded documents right here, okay? Again, please understand they are going to reach out to you either 1 to 2 times, all right, via email. So sometimes I've seen one client where they did try to respond to them by phone. I don't know how true that was, because they just told me that. I don't know how true it was, but they said somebody did contact me, you know, regarding some information and stuff like that. I didn't answer. They did leave a voice message, things like that. But I've only heard one of my clients say that. I don't know how true that was, but every other time it's always an email, okay? Please pay attention to your emails. Authorize that, yes, you did send out that information, and then go from there. Check it again, and then go from there. And you could possibly hear something back within 2 weeks or something of that nature, okay? This does definitely work. I use it for clients. But again, this is just one of the ways that you can do this. And once you do all that, you click continue. You make sure all the information is correct. all right? You go down here, you authorize all the information, and then you click submit. Clearly, I'm not going to click submit because this is just a dummy example. Again, keep all that information in mind when you're utilizing this. Now, again, is this 100% accurate? No, it's not at all. Please understand that credit repair is a marathon, not a sprint. I know everybody, even sometimes my titles can make you feel like, yeah, I'm gonna get everything removed in 10 minutes. It does not work like that. It's all about staying consistent. And if you don't know accurately what you're doing, you know, again, you can always reach out to me and I can help you kind of accelerate the process because I've been doing this for a while, helped a lot of people convert their credit scores. But I just wanted to show you that even before you get to me, I'm not trying to put everything behind a paywall. You could definitely do this yourself, 100%. And this is just surface level of what you can do. This is just surface level. There's so many more things that I use for my clients to get things removed. This is just like a little small cherry on top. There's so many different things, but I just wanted to show you from the consumer side of what you can actually do to get things off of your credit report, all right? But this is just method one, and then we'll get into method two. So when you actually get to the CFPB, this is the actual website right here. If you've never seen it, things of that nature. What you want to do first is click submit a complaint, all right? It's going to look like this. What I want you to do is I want you to scroll all the way to the bottom and you're going to start a new complaint. Now, when you click on this, it's going to tell you to log in, all right? It's going to tell you right here. If you don't already have one, go ahead and set it up. I promise you it's free. It's nothing wrong with it, all right? I already have one, so let me go ahead and just log in. All right, so when you actually get in and you get everything situated, this is the first thing that's going to pop up. It's going to say submit a complaint. What is this complaint about? So, of course, the first thing that you're going to do is click on credit reporting. That is the first thing that you want to do. Click on credit reporting. And the next type of question is going to pop up. So what you want to do is, what type of credit reporting product? We're going to put, of course, just credit reporting again, all right? Now, once you click next, it's going to say, what type of problem are you having, all right? So what you're going to actually put, you actually see incorrect information on my credit report, improper use of my credit report. Some of these sometimes sound alike, but what I want you to do is actually click on improper use of your credit report. Shared information without your consent, you know, credit inquiries, unknown sources, things of that nature. So when it gets right here, which best describes your problem, the one that I want you to click on is reporting company used your credit report improperly. That's what we're going to click on. They're always going to ask, have you tried to fix this problem with the company? I always click yes. All this information is optional. You don't have to put that. Did the company provide this information? I'm sorry, I meant to click no. I apologize. I was wondering. So you're going to click next. All right, so when we get to this information right here, what happened, this is the actual meat and potatoes of what you're going to actually tell the CFPB right here. All right, so you're going to actually explain all of the late payment situations that you've been having right here. So I've actually already kind of created some information that kind of helps the situation. It's kind of like a template I created. So we're just going to go ahead and copy this and put this in here. I think you can copy and paste in here. Yeah, you can. All right, now before I read this, please guys, do not just copy and paste this whole thing. What I want you to do is actually tailor this to your actual specific needs, all right? This is very generic and it's fine, but what I want you to do is make sure that you kind of switch some things up and actually submit that in, because again, whoever else is going to look at this video, they're not going to listen to me, they're going to submit this in. You're hopefully not, but let's just say for the example, you're going to do the same thing. And then after that, they're going to see a pattern of an actual template coming in. And when that keeps happening, you're going to be the one that's going to be made the example out of, where they're going to flag your information and then your late payments are not going to get off. And I don't want that to happen. All right. So please, again, tailor the information to what's going on your credit report. All right. But with that being said, you see right here, I just put something short and sweet and to the point. Upon reviewing my consumer reports, I discovered some instances of late payments on an account for which I always have maintained timely payments. Consumer reporting agencies play a crucial role in accurately reporting consumer information. It is imperative that the information be reported with utmost accuracy. I have never missed a payment on the following account. That's where you're going to put the name and actual account number. I request a thorough investigation into the discrepancies and urge you to provide evidence, such as statements demonstrating the lateness of these payments. If unable to furnish such proof, I demand these payments be promptly updated to reflect the true status of on time, as I consistently upheld my payment obligations without delay. All right. So again, please tailor this to your liking and what's going on in your credit report. All right. So after that, it's going to ask you, do you want to actually publish this? Please press no. You don't have to. Everybody don't need to see what's going on with you. And with the fair resolution, actually what you're going to put is, please update and remove negative late payments from credit. Just something of that nature, all right? You just want them to actually update and remove these negatives off your credit report. Now, when it's asked you to attach the document right here, what I want you to do is, remember I told you to take a screenshot of all that information that I told you about? That's when you're actually going to put this. So when you go back right here and you show that circled information right here, like you see this, this is all inaccurate. You're going to put that right here in this information right here, all right? That's what you're going to do. And you're going to click next. And you're pretty much done after this. But what I want to tell you guys now is, when you're actually complaining about the company, please guys, I know I told you in previous videos you could put all three. You still can, but I want to make everything as effective as possible. So what I want you to do is, you're going to rinse and repeat this process of making another case for TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. So that's 3 in total. So whoever you choose right here, we're going to choose Experian. There's going to be a bunch of them that come up. The one that I like to do is just Experian credit reporting, things of that nature. You're going to put Social Security, date of birth, name as appears on credit report. So you're going to put your information right here. You're going to put your date of birth, whatever it is. Name as appears. So that's what you're going to put the information right here. Do you want to complain about another company? You're going to click no, and then you're going to click next after that. After that, you're going to review all the information. You're going to click submit. Make sure that you did give an accurate email account that you can check on the regular, all right? And then you're going to rinse and repeat the same exact information that I just gave you on the next 2 cases, all right? And so within the next 20 days or so, you should see some type of update. And I need you to stay on top of that, because they're going to try to contact you regarding this, all right? So I need you to watch this like a hawk and then move forward. The reason why I told you to go to the CFPB first is because you're not going to have to worry about it's verified or any of that information right here, all right? This is the information that I'm giving you, okay? You got to understand that you have to stay diligent and you have to stay consistent when it comes to these actual credit bureaus and actually getting everything off of your credit report. But this is the information that I actually want you to use and actually utilize to get these late payments and negatives off your credit report. It's short, sweet, to the point, and I promise you, you are going to see some type of update really, really soon, probably again within the next 20 days. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Are you going to use this actual method? Have you used the method before? Has it worked? Just let me know everything in the comment section. I really appreciate you guys staying with me till the end with this step-by-step tutorial. Again, I really hope this helps you. And again, if you ever need any type of help with your credit, even if you don't want to do it yourself or you need somebody to actually have assistance or do it for you, let me know in the comment section or even email me and we can set something up where I can help you, just like I help a bunch of other subscribers get their credit report back on track with no negatives. I really appreciate you guys for stopping by. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen.